I was gonna do it. I saw your face. He gets with you don't understand because right before I'm just like we're quiet, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like a switch goes off. Anyway, Gabe Lopez, Carlos Mencia. We are here for Between the Laughs podcast. We're starting to get our legs. We're starting to get our sea legs. How was your weekend? How was your weekend?
It was wonderful, busy, but yeah, shows. It's weird. We're together and then we're apart, and then we're together and then we're apart. And that's our weeks. Those are our weeks.
But you had it was a really fun weekend. You got to go to some parties. You got to go hang out. Like you got to kind of be a person, not just a comedian.
That doesn't happen often.
Right.
And
what was that like?
Sometimes I like it, and sometimes I'm just like, wow, I'm in this bar. I didn't perform here. Nobody knows who I am, and it is packed.
Right.
This feels uncomfortable. I'm like, nobody knows me here. I'm not used to that. So, but no, I loved it. I know it sounds like I'm really, really big-headed, like I'm really famous, but it's one of those, like, we're so spoiled, but we normally stay where we perform or hang out adjacent, or this is the hot spot that we go to. So we feel VIP wherever we go.
Right.
And to go to a place that's packed and nobody knows me I didn't realize how spoiled I was.
Yeah.
That was really my big thing. Like, I am really spoiled with this life that I lead.
People don't understand that, when you're a celebrity, whatever version or whatever, it doesn't matter.
At whatever level you see it.
Yeah. You just get used to that.
Yeah.
I can understand. Like back in the day, there was a time when I knew celebs that were like, you can't send a town car. It has to be a limo.
Oh, yeah.
Not a town car.
The writer says it has
because
to be
they were so used to that, that it was like this. And for them, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
And it's very easy to get used to, by the way.
Sure, there was a period of time. I mean, it still happens, but there was a period of time during my Mencia where I couldn't pay for meals. I literally could not pay for meals. Is if I walked into a place, all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, Carlos Mencia is here. Come sit over here.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I remember somebody would bring me a check. And some of my friends...
What is this?
The funny thing was, I would pick it up, and some of my parents are like, dude, you got to pay? And it's like, yes, that's the way it works. Yeah, but normally you don't pay. Well, just because it's kind of like if you walk into a bar and every girl wants to bang you except for one. You can't go up to her and go, hey, you got to do me because everybody else.
Why are you the only one? What is wrong with you?
Right. Yeah. Now what's wrong with me? Not do you? What's wrong with you?
Yes.
That's how we kind of do it. But
and also like it's like in my case, I live in Vegas, so if I just go to a casino on an off day, I know the bartenders, so I don't pay for anything. So I love a tequila and a shot of tequila and a beer, a Mexican beer and a shot of tequila, and all these people know who I am. They know exactly what I drink.
Right.
So I went to a wedding recently. And it didn't have an open bar, no big deal. Mm-hmm. And I ordered a beer and a shot of tequila. Mm-hmm. And she was like, $25. I'm like, that's how much this shit is? Really? Right. I had no idea.
Yeah, because last night I was like, somebody buy me a shot. I need a Jameson. And all of a sudden, Jameson appears. Yeah. Hey, my throat's a little raspy. Oh, all of a sudden somebody brings me something. Then all of a sudden you look at it and you're like, oh, a shot of Jameson that much?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
And that's blindsiding some. And I know I can't imagine people watching us are like, oh, you poor babies, you never pay. Like,
of course,
it is.
You just get used to it.
You do get used to it. You really do get used to it.
As long as you're not a dick when it comes around, and you do have to pay. Yeah. As long as you don't look at them like, oh. Why are you not giving me a free meal?
Do you have any idea who I am?
Exactly. As long as you don't turn into that asshole, I think you're fine. But, this podcast hasn't gotten its legs, or maybe it never will. We're a free form. Sometimes we interview, sometimes we don't. But there were some things in the news, man, that or some stories that really, really caught my attention. And one of them was, and it cuts us like, well, one of them was, dude. Did you hear about the dude who went to an MRI with his
chain or with his big rope chain?
With a big rope chain, And when they turned on the machine, the magnets sucked him in, and he ended up dying from it. Bro, first of all, we all know that those things are magnetic. Why did I got an MRI, right? Have you ever had one?
Yes.
Okay, so I had an MRI for my knee right before I needed surgery because I had a torn ACL. But they made me take off everything metal, and they would not let anybody inside the room. Everybody had to get out of the room.
Yeah.
And then they gave me these funky headphones because I guess the machine goes
Wow.
whatever. I don't know. So I did it. How did this guy end up there?
Yeah, I know. And it was a big, thick rope, this fake chain looking thing.
Right.
And
those rope chains, by the way, that to take it back, those were the rope chains that old black comedians like Jimmy J.J. Walker would make fun of young black kids for, because the whole thing was like, we busted our ass to free ourselves from slavery, and now these young black men putting chains on themselves, like that kind of thing.
But that was an old rapper thing, like LL Cool J and Run DMC. Like when we were kids, that's the type of stuff they would wear on stage.
Yeah, the big thick one.
Now they were real, because I remember out of high school, I think I told you I worked at a hospital,
right?
And I worked in the X-ray department. So we have an MRI. There was an MRI machine there, and I remember them telling me, because I would not even credit cards. You can't even have like your wallet in there because it'll demagnetize your credit cards.
Right.
And I have a gold chain that I've worn. My mom gave it to me when I was 12. I've never taken it off.
Right.
And I'm like, do I need to take out my gold chain? So gold is okay as long as it's real gold.
And
do you want to find out? Do you want to find out if your mom gave you a real gold chain or a fake one?
What did you do? That would be horrible to find out.
No, thank God. I had to find out. Not that it was a big deal. It was a gift from my mom, but...
So did they get a magnet and put it in, or you wore it?
No, I wore it. And I wore it, and this exact same chain that I'm wearing right now, and nothing happens. Gold isn't magnetic. Gold isn't magnetic because they were expecting at least the chain or the charm. If it's just the charm, then it'll just come out. Since it's a small chain, they knew, like, okay, you can handle it. Not this big, stupid Home Depot rope metal thing that you're...
But I don't think it's his fault. Like, whoever the engineer, what do they call that person? Whoever the person is that pushes the button in that little room.
It's actually an MRI tech. Yeah, that's what they
That
call
MRI
it.
tech. Why the fuck did he let that guy stay in there?
Yeah. There was a disconnect.
There had to be.
Because he could have severed his own friggin' head with this chain, as powerful as these magnets are.
I mean, so for people, it sucked them in, and it stuck him, and by the time they turned it off and got him out, he wasn't dead, but he ended up having a bunch of heart attacks from the trauma to his body. And I don't know how far he was, but this had to look like a goddamn movie, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wishes we could see the footage of it, because it's got to look like, it's either going to look like it picked him off his feet, and just sucked him against the wall.
Because he wasn't lying on the table yet. If he was the one, we don't even know if he was the one getting the MRI.
I don't even know.
He wasn't on the table yet.
No.
So he just happened to be in the room. I don't know if a button was hit because the magnets are always on anyway. So I don't know. It's like I wish there was a camera footage of this, of how this transpired.
Poor dude, though. I just, in my head, I'm like, did he lift him off his feet? Or was it one of those, like the scenes where in horror movies, a ghost grabs a live human being and you see the ghost on one angle and then it changes to just show the actor getting dragged across, but there's nothing holding him?
Yeah.
Was it that? Was it in the air?
Yes, well, think about, like, if there's a chain around your neck.
Did it go like this and just yank his
it's
ass?
It's probably going to magnetize him to the top, so to the ceiling of the MRI machine. So that means the part of the chain that wasn't actually connected to the magnet is trying its hardest to make sure it touches the magnet. So it's pressing on either its neck, where it fell on, and it is pressing hard.
Right.
Like a car that's sitting on your chest.
Oh, poor guy, man. And he didn't even die right there. He died later. And you know what's really... I don't know. What would be the word? Because I guess it depends on what your perspective is. Some people would go, oh, man, that dude was old anyway, and now his family's going to be fit for life because of the lawsuit. Yeah. I don't know. I find that a little, not just dark, but like...
Why would you wear that to a hospital? That's what's blowing my mind.
But you and I know that those things work on magnetics.
Yes.
Does everybody? Do you know what I mean? Did he know?
Yeah, I mean, no. I guess most people don't know that the first word on MRI is magnetic.
Right.
It's magnetic resonance imaging. That's
Right.
what it is. So maybe they
Correct.
don't know that the word magnet.
Right. Maybe they should start calling it. It's a magnetic.
Yeah. Because there's people that would have long sleeve shirts, and I would be in the room, and you
Right.
would just see people's arm just go like that
because the buttons are metal.
No, because their watch. They would
Oh.
have their watch, and it was just like, and they can't pull it down. That's how strong it is.
Shit. Oh man, poor guy, man. What must have been going through his head? Like at the moment when, do you know what I mean? Like that fraction of a second where he feels the tug. Do you think he was like, oh, what a day to wear this motherfucking chain? Like,
Where everything goes quiet like a movie. I bet you're wondering how I got to this point.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
let's go back to yesterday
Right,
when I
right.
bought this chain at the swap meet.
right. So, and it's there like, do I want to wear that? Well, if I buy it, I'm going to wear it. And he wears it. Oh, man, that was horrible. That just caught my attention. But this story, bro. So in Arkansas, right, these people pooled up all their money together and bought in northern, so it's in northern Arkansas. They bought a bunch of land, but they want to create a community for whites only. Jews are not even accepted, and it's based on this community in South Africa that they want to model it after, and it's probably not gonna be able, they're not gonna be able to do it because even Arkansas has laws against that. You can't segregate. You can't have anything, because of our past. But I thought to myself, it's disgusting that we feel like we can't be happy around people that are different than us. And this is racial. So this goes to even a whole nother level of that.
Yeah.
But first of all, are all white people like white people? They're making it seem like all white people are this, which I think is bullshit. And it sucks because we're the ones that defend ourselves and go, you think all Latinos are the same? Of course not. Some of us speak Spanish this way, some of us speak Spanish that way, some of us, Puerto Ricans are not the same as Cubans, Cubans are not the same as Dominicans, Dominicans are not the same as Mexicans, Mexicans are not the same. When we come to America, we're all Latinos. It's kind of a thing that we come together.
Yeah.
But we're not all the same.
Yeah.
And we fight that.
Yeah.
But this thing is making it like all white people want to live with white people, and if they did, it would be harmonious and perfect. As if Europe, when it was all white people, was this beautiful utopia where everybody got along and nothing bad happened and nobody killed each other. I mean, all you got to do is study history and you see that before any people of color showed up to that land, they were fighting the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
It wasn't some peaceful, beautiful, harmonious, let's get together and kumbaya. Yeah. It was wrought with blood and killing and invasions. So I don't even understand why this theory in and of itself is something that anybody would want.
My idea is let them fucking do it. If they build a wall around themselves and they segregate themselves and they're those kind of white people, fuck them. How are their barbecues going to be? Just mayonnaise and potato salad? They're never.
Well, isn't that the way it is, though? But like, not to cut you off, but isn't that the way it is? And you would know this. I'm only saying it because you would know it. Comparatively to a lot of these compounds for the old school LDSs?
Yeah, same thing. But it's
Because
no
you guys
different-
have some around here, right?
Oh yeah. And there's no different like the old people communities, the 55 and over communities that you have to be 55 to live in these communities. And there's a couple here in Vegas, and great. You want to be there because you don't want. And their big thing is they just don't want to have children around. That's their thing. We've done our time. We're done.
That makes sense.
And that
though.
does make sense. And all these people, it's always around a golf course. And you look in their garages, there's a golf cart in every single garage.
Right.
And then they're just this fun community that they just all talk. They all know each other.
Sure.
And that's how they're going to die. But they're going to die happy. We know everybody in our community. We have our community fun, if you will. And they
live a good, but that feels I would venture to say, I read the article, and the guy who's like trying to make this happen, he's selling it the way you were just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that we're, we just don't want kids. We just don't want people of color around that have a different idea. Because then you're right. Instead of potato salad, we're going to have this other thing and this other thing. And then we don't want whatever that is. Like, I don't know.
I think they're going to start killing each other. Because
Of course they
imagine
will.
no carne asada, no beans and rice, no fried chicken, no stuff that they fall in love with. Because I think Paul Rodriguez said it perfectly. There was a point where Paul Rodriguez said so many years ago, it's like, we love your women, we love your culture, we love your food, we love your history. We love everything about you except you.
Right. Yeah. But I don't even feel that that's the case. I mean,
And it's Arkansas. Fucking take it. I'm fine if I never touch Arkansas again.
Yeah, but it's, as a country, most people in Arkansas are fighting this. They're like, no, this goes against the code. This goes against the laws. This goes against the segregation. We don't want that. We don't have that.
So now the whites are fighting the whites? Whatever.
But there is a community not too far from Atlanta where a bunch of black people did the same thing. And so these guys are going, well, why is it okay for them to do it, but these guys not to? And I thought about the difference. And I think that the difference is what black people said was, listen, it's not that we want to live around only black people. It's that we want to live around people that don't treat us with racial animosity.
Yeah.
We just want to get away from racism. That's it. And we know one way to get away from racism. To have all black community.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that doesn't work anyway. And it sounds good because it's like, okay, you're
None
black,
of it
you're running
works.
from it. But it's the Dr. Seuss, right?
Yeah.
Where the ones that turn into the twos and the two. It doesn't matter. Like inevitably, every society, it starts off good. And then even though they're all black or they're all white or they're all Asian or all whatever, they start to, that guy's a dick, that guy's lazy, that guy she's a this, and then all their individual personalities come up, and then the fights begin, like you're just saying.
They realize they're their own problems.
Right.
And it's a matter of time. Let them figure it out. Fuck them.
But I can't believe that they would even think that in today's day, though. Because what really got me about this is I started thinking, so I don't know how many places you've lived in, but I've lived in a few and stayed, more than 2-3 weeks in a lot of places. But let's just go to when I lived in Zacatecas, Mexico, Jerez, Zacatecas, right in the middle, for, about a couple months. I loved being there for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. All the different stuff that we ate that we don't eat here. Like nopales were like a morning, almost every breakfast we had them. All the Mexican food that we had, the rice, the way they made it different. Some people put peas, some people didn't. Some people did the yellow, some people did the red. But after about 2 weeks, it was just combination plate number 9.
Yeah.
Combination plate number 10. Combination plate number 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And as good as it was, and as good as it is, I can't do tacos gordos every day.
No, of course not.
You just
No.
you just can't. In Honduras, it was the same. I lived there for years. Same thing, bro. The white rice, the black beans, and because of that, I can eat white rice and black beans the rest of my life, because it was chicken one day, and then cheese the next day, and then cream the next day, and then sour cream the next day, and then another chicken the next day, and then some kid killed a pig up there, so we got a little picadillo. But again, after a few weeks and months, done. I could not live in a country. And when I go to other countries, I realize the diversity of America. And not just the diversity in culture, but the diversity in food that is applied through the culture. I couldn't live without. Dude, on the way here, right now, you and me are talking to my son, and we're going, what do we want to eat? And that question is such a fucking awesome question.
It's a blessing of blessings.
Right? Because where did your head go?
Are we feeling? Am I feeling tacos? Am I feeling steak? Am I feeling Italian? Am I feeling Mexican? Am I feeling Chinese? Am I feeling Japanese? We went down everything we could think of.
And when you go Japanese. Well, we could do sushi Japanese. We could do ramen Japanese. We could do the hibachi Japanese.
Yeah.
That's just 3 outlets of the different just Japanese.
Just Japanese.
Just Japanese. I couldn't live without it. I couldn't live without having that in me. And I don't have a problem with, living in a country where, down the street there's a Chinese restaurant and the only thing it says is ping pong and everything underneath is in,
that language.
Whatever
Don't even know
language
what
that
language.
is.
Don't even know.
Don't know what it is.
Don't want to insult anybody. I don't know what language it is.
Don't know if it's Cantonese, Mandarin. I have no idea.
I think the best example is a mall food court. All the options are around you.
You're right, bro. The one by my house.
How lucky are we? There's Chinese over here. There's McDonald's over here. There's Mexican over here. And they're all handing out samples too, by the way. So let's take a lap.
And Middle Eastern, a lot of Middle Eastern stuff now. A lot of hummus.
Yeah.
A lot of kebabs.
Hot dog on a stick.
A lot of hot dog on a stick.
Do I want a hot dog or do I want cheese? And do I want cheddar cheese or do I want pepper jack cheese?
Or do I just want to watch? No, I'm too old to even say that, dude. I am too old to even say it. I thought, dude, I literally felt disgusted because I heard myself say, I just want to watch those young girls bounce on those little things. And in the minute I said, I just wanted, my whole brain went, oh, no. When I was, I don't know, up until I was maybe 22 to 25. That was fun to go to the mall and watch the almost pogo stick jump up and down and make the.
But it makes good lemonade, man.
Wonderful.
Oh, what kind of lemonade? Do you want regular lemonade? Do you want green lemonade? You got cherry lemonade? We got options.
Part of what's incredible about America is that I remember I was at Laken Heath Air Force Base, and we were in England, and we went off base to go to the local supermarket. And the amount of options for cereal or for milk were so much more limited than we get here.
Yeah.
Like, you go to your local supermarket in America, pretty much, there's an entire aisle that is just cereal. Just cereal. Every kind of cereal you can possibly imagine. And then the granola is on the opposite side, which is cereal for people that don't want cereal.
Yeah. It's milk free.
Whatever that crap is, I mean, the closest I could go to that is grape nuts. I can do grape nuts. Love grape nuts.
You like gravel?
Dude.
Ugh.
I love grape nuts. Love them. And I need to eat them crunchy.
Really? Like you don't need to paste up in the milk for a while?
No. Some people do that. They make it pasty. But for me, the crunch is part of the whole thing. The crunch. So I remember. I had the recipe. A bowl about this big, about that much grape nuts, about that much milk, 3 sweetened loaves. Oh my God, heaven, bro. Heaven.
Sweetened loaves, really?
Sweetened loaves specifically, because it's the sweetest. It's the worst for you. I think they don't even make it anymore. Something about cancer, so I'm not even doing that anymore. Now it's stevia.
Bunch of dead mice.
Oh, goddamn, you fucking mice dying on me. So, my life choices of what is delicious are based on if a goddamn mouse dies or not while being around it. But I even that, I can remember going in Honduras. There was leche, and that's it. The other day I'm just looking. There's almond milk. There's this kind of milk. There's 0. There's 2. There's lactate. There's no. I mean, just a whole aisle of milk.
I thought it was just milk. What's this 2% shit? What's this 1% shit?
There's skim. There's 1. There's 2. There's regular. Then there's lactose intolerant, where they take so it's lactate something, whatever that is. Then there's the almond milk. Then there's what other milk is there? There's other milk than almond milk.
Who gives a fuck? We're talking about milk.
Oat milk, I think. Something like
Jesus.
that. Anyway. And here's the thing about me. I love milk, dude. Love milk. I'm the kid that when we were young, I literally used to get the big gallon of whole milk. at my house and just, I still do it, bro. I still go. If you go to my house and you want milk, be careful. I probably drank out of that carton, bro. I love it, love it, love it. And whole milk is so good. I rarely do it. I'm a 2%er now, mostly. Just because, I mean, this is here. I see it. But I couldn't imagine living in a country. And I'm old enough that when I was a kid in the 70s, right? So I was born in 67, that it didn't have all these different types of food from different countries, from different regions. You know, look, okay, so I leave my house. I make a left, then I make a right, and right there on the corner is a lady that sells fruits. Oh. So she's the lady that has the tajin and has the lemon, and you could get a cucumber, the pepino, and guys and put the lemon, or if you want a pineapple, or if you want a coconut, all those are right there.
Or the mango, where she puts a stick on it, just slices it up. Oh, so good.
All of that is right there, right? So on my way out, do you want watermelon, cantaloupe, whatever it is? Yeah. It's like she'll make you a little fruit cocktail. She'll give lemon on it, whatever you want. So that's the first thing right out of my house. Then you go down my house, there's a Chick-fil-A. If I make a right across the street is a McDonald's. Right next to the Chick-fil-A is a really, really, really bomb-ass Thai place. Then next to that is an Italian sandwich place. Then next to that is another Thai place. Across the street is a Chinese restaurant. Next to that is this coffee pastry place. Next to that is it's just Mediterranean. Everything you can possibly imagine is not but a mile from my house, left or right.
How can you not want that? That's the life we know. How lucky are we? How do you not want that?
How would you not want that? It's exactly what I'm saying. And next to that, and there's so many. I don't know about here. Have you seen an explosion of Indian restaurants? Because where I am, and if you drive up to 5, there used to be 1 10 years ago. Now there's 6 that you can see are going up to 5. Like when I'm going, driving up to 5.
I haven't noticed Indian, but I'm noticing a lot of like Filipino and Hawaiian places are popping up in Vegas a lot. I didn't know what a Jollibee was.
Oh. Have you
I tried it once. It was I'm like, they have spaghetti and fried chicken. I just
right.
I couldn't grasp it. Tried it and it was fine.
Sure.
But
it's their local food, the stuff that they do.
Or what was the name of that place that you and I went to?
Zippy's.
I'd never heard of Zippy's before. That's a Hawaiian place also, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's a place that I'd love to go to.
And that place was great. Really loved it.
Yeah. You get the rice, get the eggs over easy, get a side of spam, and the Portuguese sausage.
Your Portuguese sausage. You and your fucking Portuguese sausage.
I love it. I love linguiça, bro. I just, but that's my point. And what you were saying, maybe it's just because it doesn't compute for me. It doesn't, so here's the story. There's a place called Hoover, Alabama. Hoover, Alabama has a comedy club called the Stardom Comedy Club. And in 1992, I think it's the first time they took me there. No Latinos lived anywhere in that area. Literally 0 Latinos. Today, so many Mexicanos live in Hoover, Alabama. Not Mexicans, by the way. Mexicanos.
You got it.
Like los botines, the boots with the zipper on the side and the tassels growing, the huge belt buckle, the Tamaulipas, whole getup, bro. The whole thing, straight up paisas.
Yeah.
But an explosion of really nice restaurants has occurred there. So an explosion of the people that work at these restaurants has exploded there. So anyway, they named it, all the rednecks renamed it Guadalajara. It's so perfect, bro. You're going to perform in Guadalajara. It's just, I love it. But going to that place. So I'm at a place called El Sol de mi Tierra, and I think that's the name of it. Anyway, I sit down, and this white lady sits down at the table next to me, and the girl comes up, and she says in pretty much this accent, "Welcome to blah blah blah. Would you like something to drink before I take your order?" And the lady goes, "Hell no." "Oh, hell the fuck no. Nope. I need somebody that speaks goddamn English to take care of me." not somebody that I don't goddamn understand. So please go get somebody that can speak English. So she doesn't know. I know the owner. That dude just got here from Mexico. So she speaks better English
Than the owner.
So this lady has no idea, bro, what the fuck is about to happen. So he comes out and goes, ¿Quién es esta puta que quiere hablar conmigo? Like, and I'm holding it in, bro, because I don't want her to see my face.
Like, I'm happy.
I know. You know what it is? It's the moment as a comedian where you know this is a bit.
Yeah.
This
is a story right here.
This is a story, and all I gotta do is just pay attention. This is gonna write itself. This is gonna be the joke. This is it, bro. So he comes out and he says that in Spanish, right? And for you people, he's like, who's the bitch that wants to talk to me? And he walks up to her, and he just says one word in English. He goes, "Gua." That's all he said, bro. It's gua. And she looks at him, and he goes, "Honor, gua, honor, gua." Now she realizes the owner can't speak. What do I do? So then a guy next to her who had been watching this whole thing go down, redneck, bro, straight up hillbilly, trucker hat, missing teeth, okay? Straight up redneck, bro. He stands up and goes, "You goddamn fucking white bitch Karens. I swear to God.
Oh, my God.
You make us look bad. You're fucking stupid. If you come to a Mexican restaurant and the woman that talks to you can barely speak English because that's how Mexican she is, do you understand what that means, you dumb bitch? It's going to be good fucking food. Jesus H. Christ." And he sat down, and that was it. And I was like, "Oh my God, it was perfect. Thank you, God. You gave me a perfect bit. I love you so much." And it was, but I see that all the time where you think it's going to be some opposite, and it isn't. And it wasn't me defending her. It wasn't the Latino. It was the redneck. It was the guy that you would have least thought.
Yeah.
It was the guy that if you had paused it and went, "Of all the people in here, who do you," right? Who goes to Klan rallies? Like, you would have immediately went to that guy. Nope. He was the guy that was the other part. And it gets
And there's so many of those people in the country, and they don't get the credit they deserve because there are so many people that do defend people. Or like when the riots were happening in L.A.,
right,
the bullshit. Mm-hmm. You and I are looking like, you're making us fucking look bad. That is not who we are.
I was doing jokes about it. Like, I did a whole special based on the stupidity of these guys doing that shit. Robbing, and making us look bad.
Like, that is not who we are. That's what you're making us look like.
Right, and it's such a small percentage. But it's also kind of like what's happening in immigration. And this is going to be another episode about the immigration thing, but it's the same thing. So these are basic facts. Americans break more laws than people with green cards who are here legally and visas. Illegal immigrants break less laws than those here with visas or permanent residency and or Americans. Now, you can say whatever you want. Those are actual stats. Immigrants, especially illegals, just break less laws, period, end of story. But that's not what the perception is right now, right? The perception is they're all this and that and all. And a lot of it has to do with, I think, fear. A lot of it has to do with things changing. I think that people like you and me accept a lot more change because we were the change that people didn't want us to be. So we're kind of sensitive to it.
Well, because the reality to these really white people that are really defending, I'm not even going to bring up politicians. I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
You and I are the issue. If we're being real, we're the problem. We're here legally. We speak both languages. We can defend and actually speak intelligently on both sides.
Correct.
We're the fucking problem.
Right.
Not the people that are working at the hotels that are making up your room and and making your food, and you don't realize how behind the scenes all these Mexicans that you want to get rid of are involved in your life.
All you people that work in metropolitan areas or work in office buildings, and you come to your job in the morning, and everything is vacuumed and it looks nice. It's not some fucking janitor fairy that shows up. Usually, and I know this because when I was a kid, my brother Manuel, Nick, we all have nicknames, bro, right? Mine is Necho. I don't know. So, yeah, they're weird. So mine is Ned Necho, or Nechito. My brother Manuel, his nickname is Chilinsky. No fucking clue, bro.
Mexican Unabomber.
Never even put that together. Never even put it together. But these people don't know. And anyway, for another time. But what did get to me was, so there's a story. This woman was on an airplane flying from France to America. All right, I think it was going from Paris to DFW. She was sitting down, and her monitor, like the entertainment screen, wasn't working. So a flight attendant told her to sit in between these two people. The man sitting next to her was like, "Why are you sitting here? Well, who said you could sit here? You can't sit here. She's black." So he complained, and then they made her move. Now, this whole thing is set up like, man, this poor woman, because she's black. Well, when you read into the story, the man was sitting next to his wife. And they were sitting next to each other on this plane. They wanted to be next to each other. And because there were seats that were empty somewhere else, they were just like, can I just sit with my wife?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have to sit here. There's other seats. Like, I want to just be able to look at my wife, hold her hand, whatever it is. But this black woman was like, oh, it was a racial incident. And it made me think about this because I have a lot of friends of color who sometimes will say, did you see that? And I'll go, what the fuck are you talking about? And they'll go, oh, that lady looked at me with, the da-da-da, and I felt like the racism coming. And, dude, sometimes I feel like, God damn, am I just so Pollyannic that or is it that
because
we do this?
Your feelings aren't reality. I felt that the racism was coming.
Right.
Did a wave of racism hit you? No.
Right.
And I don't think, like, if this white guy and his wife are, have the one seat barrier and that's where somebody sits, you can't just assume that the guy is just racist and what are you doing here? What if the guy bought all 3 seats? We don't know the story.
He didn't buy the 3 seats, but there were other seats to be had, and he had already told, like, he had already asked, basically, like, is it cool that you guys block off this seat for me and my wife? And they said, sure.
So
no
there's
problem.
story. No racism, just story.
Correct.
But you and I at least are calm enough to see what are the following
But are we
steps.
wrong? Is my question.
Are you and I wrong?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do you know? Because I'm being real here, man. Like, I feel like I've barely and rarely seen real racism. I've seen a lot of prejudice, right?
Yeah.
Where people, and for people, and we've talked about this before, prejudice just means to prejudge. Where they look at me and they'll say, oh, but then they won't disengage. Through the engagement, they'll go, oh, shit, you're cool. We didn't know. Like, we had no idea. We were going to, like if I show up to, which I've done, in Alabama, by the way, in Hoover, Alabama, by myself, go to a golf course and get paired up with 3 rednecks or whatever. And for a moment, bro, they're like, oh, man, are we, God damn it. You could tell that they're like, we're not going to be able to be ourselves now.
Give it a hole or two.
Jesus
we're going to be
shit.
fine.
Right. And then by the 3rd hole, they're like, God damn, man, we're coming to your show tonight.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you're a funny motherfucker. And all of a sudden, because, whatever we want to talk about. You want to make jokes about anything? I don't care. Whatever it is. Let's just go there. I'll adapt to you.
Yeah.
That's what makes us good as comedians.
Yeah.
We adapt to our surroundings.
Absolutely.
But are we not seeing what they see? Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, am I just not wanting to see racism? Is it that, or is it that we're not looking for it, therefore we
don't go there.
We don't go there.
That's the point. We don't. No matter where we walk into, and we've been all over the country together, and then here in Vegas, and we've done a lot
and all
of
over
stuff,
the world,
and we've met many thousands, if not millions, of people in our career, in our life. So there's a big. I think you and I are lucky enough to kind of have a generalization and a gut feeling for whatever type of people that we're going to walk in, whatever, if we're walking into a restaurant or we're walking into a hotel, if we're in the deep south, I'm a little hesitant. What am I going to walk into today? But then there's also people, the biggest shit, the people that talk most shit about me are my own fucking people, because apparently I don't look like I speak Spanish fluently. So to hear my own people, as close as you are to me, talking shit about me,
right,
with their assumption,
right,
that I'm not understanding every fucking word that's coming out of their mouth.
Right. That, yeah, I agree with you. You know what? It harkens to...
And you got to let it go. What am I going to do? Fight my own people? I can try to teach, but am I really teaching?
You might, I guess, though, yeah. I guess looking at it from that perspective, I have gotten more shit from Latinos than I have gotten from anybody else.
Black people have never done anything wrong by me. White people have never done anything wrong by me. I can't say that about my own people.
Here. You know? They're the ones that say, Carlos, you're not even Mexican, you're German. And yet, you've been around me long enough that you know that people will literally speak to me in Spanish before they speak to me in English when we go places.
I've witnessed it.
You've seen it.
I've witnessed it.
You've seen people just come up to me and go, pinche Carlos, or whatever it is. And so I'm looking at it going, let me get this straight. You see me, and you immediately want to go with some bullshit story that I'm German, but regular Latinos who can speak okay English but really good Spanish see my face on a daily and literally go, "Te cabrón, ¿qué quieres, güey?" Like, they know.
Has anyone ever spoken German to you?
Not even in Germany. Dude, I went to Germany and I was like, I wonder if they're going to be like, and he's back. Look at him. Our boy has grown so much. Like,
so great to see you.
No, but I'm not, I'm always on the lookout. So that's one thing, because people can say, well, maybe you're not looking for it. Comedians are always looking for anything and everything.
A joke, an angle, something to talk about. The way I describe it is if we're the catcher on a baseball field, we see everything.
Everything.
And that's the one position that you see everything. So we already know how we're going to walk. We do this just for shows, just because we're going to perform. I'll go out in the crowd before a show. Is there anything that stands out?
Right.
If there's a black guy wearing a banana yellow tuxedo, he's not there to not get attention.
Bro, it was that one time we did the show together, and there was that black dude that I was like, bro, you gotta be a pimp wearing that purple suit.
Yeah.
Are you a pimp? And I was kind of joking around, but when he gave me a face like, yeah, man, I was like, oh, shit.
Who else wears this?
Who else? He wore the uniform. I think, though, that, like, when I toured a lot with Cisco we would come out of situations and he'd be like, did you feel the racism? And I was like, no.
Because he's looking for it. I used to have a friend who was half...
Do you know anybody like that sees that all the time?
Yes, because I had a friend who was half Samoan, half white. He was 6'6", so he just stood out everywhere.
Sure.
And I would witness people just look at him almost like they wanted to start a fight with him. Like, I witnessed it without... And I'm like, dude, is this normal? It's like, it's... Being this tall, I don't know any different. It's always short white people that are looking at me like trying to size me up.
Sure.
I'm not a fighter. I've never been in a real fight in my life.
Right.
But they're just, and so now I'm paying attention for him. Like,
right.
Like, wow, look at these dumb fucking people. What are you trying to accomplish?
Right. But that's a different thing than, actual racism. Now, as an example, I don't know if this was racist or it was a reaction. Because, okay, so to put it out there, in my experience, to the shows that I've been to and the clubs that I've performed in, whenever they've had a black comedian, way more so in the past, I don't hear it as much, but I still hear it, the wait staff complains that they don't get tipped enough. Is that still a thing in your purview?
I've
Still today.
I still hear about it. Yes.
So we hear, just so you guys understand, the wait staff complaining, that on a $250 check somebody left $2.
Yeah.
Or no tip at all. Within that urban African American community coming in. This is not me saying it. This is me telling you what we still hear. Things like that, I can understand, right? Because it's not a black thing.
Experience has dictated them that they have that.
Correct. And I don't think they're reacting to the race. They're reacting to the no tips. The fact that they can
associate it with the race.
Correct. The association is race. But the issue and the problem isn't race. It's like, we don't give a shit that they're black.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is these group of people that are here for this show don't fucking tip. And normally we walk out of here with $300 to $800, and this week or tonight we're gonna walk out of here with maybe $100.
Yeah, I can add to that. Being in Vegas and having a lot of black friends in the service industry, so they know tipping and they understand the whole tipping thing.
Yeah.
When they fill out a receipt and they sign it and they tip well, and some of them will tip above average, and they'll still write, "And I'm black," on the receipt because they're trying to fight the stereotype. They know the stereotype.
I used to do that too. When I first started in stand-up comedy, and I would do like predominantly Latino shows, especially, because I started going to markets that were easy, the San Antonios, the Houstons, and I would end every show by saying, Latinos, tip well. Because if you don't tip well, they're not going to bring me back, and it's going to get around that Latinos don't tip, so goddamn tip well. And a lot of you are waiters and waitresses, so you know better.
Yeah.
So it was a thing back then. I haven't heard anything in the past 15 years that I can recall about Latinos not tipping. Before that,
no, they love the Latinos.
in the 90s, early 90s when I started, there were murmurs.
Yeah.
There were mumbles. There was oh man, the paisas don't tip well. Today, nothing.
No. They tip, and they tip well. They wanted a Carlos Mencia, a Gabriel Iglesias. They wanted people of that caliber because it became more of a competition. If there's two alpha males in the group,
Right.
it's a double date, whatever, and one of them's trying to overpay. No, so okay, then I'll leave the tip, and I'll leave a big tip. I'll leave
Right.
the tip the same amount of what the bill was.
Right.
And it's just this little wonderful pissing contest because the staff is the one that benefits.
Right. Well, see, so here's one where I would imagine that somebody would have immediately went to a racial place. I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't. It was 1996, and the place still exists. It's the NoHo Diner, right? It's on Magnolia. It's still 24 hours. It's in between the freeway and Lancashire. So we go there, me and three of my buddies, at about 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody there. We're all Latinos. We sit down, and you literally can hear. I mean, it's like what's his name's joke. Fuck customers.
Yeah.
It was that face. It wasn't even like, hey, would you like some waters? It was literally like, fine. What? It was that. The attitude was just, and the service was horrible, bro. It was just pulling teeth from this woman. And the bill was $72, and I left $125 tip. So, I mean, not the tip, so
More
the
than
whole
$50.
thing. Right. And I did that because I assumed that she looked at all of us Latinos and went, these motherfuckers
It's just
are
going to be a
going to
waste
not
of time.
tip.
It's going to be a waste of my
So
time.
you know what? I'm not going to give you the time of day, right? So I kind of put it underneath and made sure that we left before she could see the tip. I didn't want to see her face. I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to know because I know I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
Because I literally lived behind around the corner. 2 weeks later, we come back, and she apologizes. Said,
Really?
I was having a really bad day. I'm so sorry. And you guys came in, and I honestly was like, oh, my God. I go, did you think we weren't going to tip? Just be honest. She said, I did. I did. I thought I was going to bust my ass for you guys, and you guys weren't going to tip. And you taught me a lesson, and I'm sorry.
Wow.
And, you know, apple pie on me today.
Yeah.
And it was, and she became like our waitress.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was racist on her behalf, if not, but you know what? I didn't go to that place.
Yeah.
Instead, I went, you know what? Let me teach her a lesson, and hopefully she learned something valuable in it. And she did. And she was nice afterwards. So I think had I went to this racist bitch, I would have not tipped.
I'm not going to leave her anything.
Exactly.
And then her perception stays the same because we have to do something about the perception.
Exactly. And you know what? If that woman was racist or was prejudiced, and $50 fucking dollars, that's it, could change this woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Getting off really easy on this one, right? But I know that some of my friends would have immediately went to that place.
Yeah.
And stuck to that place and not tipped her and said, fuck that bitch. Don't give a shit. You know what? If you're going to be racist, pay for your racism. And then it's as you said. Now she's even deeper into that thought as opposed to coming out of it. I think that our perspective allows us because we want people to come out. I just have been concerned lately with, especially with all the micro fucking bullshit. Because once you say to me, micro racism, I'm like, what is that? What is micro racism?
Yeah.
What is it that I offered Hennessy to a black guy? Is that micro racist?
Yeah.
Is that when my friend Randy came over and he was like, bro, do you guys have watermelon? Of course we do. Bro, seriously? First thing you ask is if we have watermelon and you're black? You know, like, I'm not, it's not that I'm not looking for racism. I just don't see it where everybody else sees it. But I also don't want to be the guy that's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm a millionaire. I made it. White people come see my shows all the time. Where's this racism you're talking about?
Yeah.
And be stuck in that. Because here's what I believe. I believe that America is no longer a racist country. I believe that we have racist people in it.
I agree.
And I don't even think that we have a lot of racist people in it. I think we have a tiny, tiny, tiny segment of people that are really racist and a lot of people that have never met that other side that don't know who they are. It's kind of like whenever I perform in Brea or Irvine or places like that, but Brea and Irvine fit perfectly because I know it. Like I tell them, when a Latino moves into your neighborhood, don't freak out. Don't go, oh my God, Latinos. Understand one real authentic truth in that. That dude moved to your neighborhood to get away from the same fucking people you're afraid of. He's afraid of them too.
Oh, yeah.
I would have loved to buy a nice little lot in East LA and built a nice big house on 4 lots of cheap, at the time. But you know what? I got tired of my own people stealing shit from my own car and selling it back to me. Chito, that's my fucking stereo, Chito. Oh, bro, fuck, I did it again, bro. I'm fucking high. You know what, bro? Give me $20 and I'll reinstall it. That's not how this works. Chito, this is how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to come up to me during the day and go, hey, bro, if you give me $20 a week, I'll make sure that your car never gets broken into. Because there's a lot of people around here that break into cars, man. But I'm always watching. And if you give me $20, I'll make sure that your car never gets broken into. We all understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to break into my car and then go, oh, shit, my bad.
Wait,
it's your stereo.
You're trying to teach me a lesson? It's my stereo.
Right. So I don't, but, and I got stuck in this thought. I think that part of the reason why we don't see this racist thing the way a lot of others do is because, A, your show is filled with
Everything.
everything. There's no Latino. There's no this. This is like everyone's there. But outside of that, you and I get to go to other parts of the world where it's not about race. We're just the Americans that are not from there.
Yeah.
And we get treated like that. But we see that.
Yeah.
Because when you travel, have you encountered the whole Americans?
Fucking France.
Right. How was it?
They do not like us at all.
At all.
Oh, haka blue, haka American.
Is that what they sound
Oh
like?
my God, yes.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you the opposite, the other side of that. The reason they hate us is because the majority of them speak English in some form, right? But we don't bother to learn their language. So I speak, or at least at the time when I went there, I spoke enough of their language that when I started speaking, like, Monsieur, donnez-moi s'il vous plaît, le, what? You speak French? Un peu. J'étudie le français dans le pour 3 ans. Oh, merci, très bien. And all of a sudden, they're like the nicest people. All of a sudden, they're, I went to like, like, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, and I'm not even saying any words. I'm just saying like the demeanor of, just all of a sudden that nose gets, the wrinkles go away. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they're like, oui, monsieur, qu'est-ce que c'est? You know what I mean? Yeah. But because we gave that little thing. And I feel like that happens too, you know, when I first started going to Birmingham, Alabama in the South, I never felt like, hey, I'm not from here. I'm an outsider. What do you guys like? You know,
but we assume we belong everywhere we go, but that's just our mindset.
Of course. Have you ever heard you ain't from around here?
Oh,
a real one?
Yes.
I have too. And the first time I heard it, for just a second took me to a racist place. Right? I was outside of Kansas City. We were going to this place that has this really bomb-ass barbecue, but it's in a gas station. It's one of those places. Yeah. And the guy goes, holy shit, but you ain't from around here. And I went, oh, my God. You're the first human being that has ever said that to me, and I've heard that shit in movies forever. And he goes, is it because I'm Latino? He goes, no, that fucking shirt you're wearing. Nobody would ever wear that shit around here. And I went, oh, my God, yes.
So was it even from a racist place?
No.
It was your stupid shirt.
It was my stupid shirt. It was my choice in what to wear. And
was it a soccer jersey? Some bright-ass, stupid soccer jersey?
I don't even remember what it was, bro. Because sometimes I don't even know what I'm wearing. Like, it wasn't until earlier today, on the way kind of here, that I went, God damn it, I'm wearing a Jimmy Kimmel shirt. Like, shit. You know, like, all right, whatever. Like, sometimes I just put something on that's dark or black or whatever. It doesn't, I don't really care that much about what I look like all the time. As long as I look decent, I'm okay. But sometimes I'll...
And you're sharing that with your children because your children dress like shit. But they're following their dad's lead.
No.
One of them right now.
No, that's not me because their mother is a stylist and she gets them awesome clothes and she makes sure that they have stuff to wear that's nice. They
just don't wear it.
They just don't
because they
wear
dress
it.
like dad.
Yeah, maybe. But here's the thing. Like, I've tried to dress nice. When I dress nice and I go on stage, I come off as arrogant instead of one of the people.
I'm not saying wear a suit.
Right. No, I get it. You know, and look, when I lose weight, it'll matter a little more, right? Like, once I start losing weight, I start looking at my body differently. All of a sudden, I want people to see my body, so I'll start wearing different types of stuff.
In my mindset, I start getting the clothes that I want to look good in, because that's what drives me. Okay, I need to get a little bit of this belly weight off because I'll look so much better. That's how I feel like about suits. Suits look great on a skinny person. And I would call myself slightly above skinny.
Right.
So if I got a dress shirt on and my belly's protruding a little bit, I don't like that at all.
Right.
I don't like it.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, look, today I wore a watch and I wore this, so this is an upgrade.
I'm like, wow, like
this
you're
is
wearing
an
jewelry.
upgrade.
You're wearing jewelry
This is an
today.
upgrade. This is an
I don't want to say
upgrade
anything.
to
I didn't want to say anything. As soon as I saw you wearing a watch, motherfucker.
I got it for you. And part of the reason why I only wore the shirt, just so you understand, right? The part of the reason why I only wore the shirt is because when I put on my long sleeve shirt, the one I was gonna wear for this, you can't see the accessories. So I went, you know what? I'll just wear the shirt, and then you can see the accessories.
Yeah.
So it was a conscious choice to either wear a shirt that looks a little dressier, or wear the T-shirt and allow these to be seen.
I like it. Because
so
also,
I made the choice.
And I like, because I actually I went away from, like, well, I don't have an Apple Watch. I hate Apple products because they force you to be loyal to Apple.
I got you.
But I did have a Samsung watch at one point, and you get so dependent on it because everything is on there, and you got a text message, and you just do this.
Yeah.
And I noticed it would just take away from the attention that you're giving from somebody, first of all.
Right.
Because if we're having a conversation and I'm constantly doing this, I just felt that was disrespectful.
Right.
I didn't want to do it. I felt my phone vibrate. I'll check it when I can.
Right.
You and I are having a conversation.
Yeah.
And everybody has these stupid watches. They're so dependent on them. And I think something of this is just a gentleman thing to me. Like, just I have a lot of watches. That's my thing. I love watches. And match the outfit to the watch. And I have enough watches to wear, like,
Me too.
And it's just it's the gentlemanly. My dad always had a Timex. And my dad had a $30 Timex that would last years. And he's like, it says the same, that's the same time
Remember the logo
as
for Timex?
It's,
Do you remember the logo?
It takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah, and my dad would say that. It's like, this says the same time as yours, so why do I care?
My dad too, the Timex.
Yeah.
He still has it to this day, bro. To this day. And I remember because my dad is left-handed. So when we would do construction or my dad ever had like to do real stuff, he would just take it off. And he would give it to me, mijo. And I would grab this and put it in my pocket and he would do his thing. So like that left hand, now I put my watch on the right hand because I noticed in a video that I shot one time that I had it on my left and I was holding the mic with my right, and the movements with my left, I felt like it was catching too much of the eye, reflections and stuff. So I put it on my right hand, the still hand. So if I hold the mic with my right and I move with my left, it do it. So, but if now I'm starting to hold it with my left now, so I'll probably move it over to my left and then move this to the right and then do the opposite. But it's all based on what works. It's like, it's scientific stuff about attention spans and flickers and what are you looking at, and I want to be the only one, the silence in the room, everybody's paying attention to what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. It goes to it. But anyway, to capsize, I guess, to put it in a bun, I feel like I kind of empathize with not people that are not of color who want to complain but don't because of what happened on that plane, right? Like, those people complained and got the black woman removed. But I would venture to say that what do you think? 7 to 9 out of 10 people in that circumstance that are Americans would probably not say anything. Just because the woman was black and they wouldn't want it to turn into some racial shit.
Yeah, had it been a white lady that they asked to sit there, would the problem have been the same? Whoa,
Yes.
whoa, what are you doing?
Yes. Based on the information that I have, it would have.
Yeah.
But my point is, how many people, especially white, but it doesn't have to be white, just non of that, whatever, don't talk about it, right? Like today, if you see somebody that's a transgender, you know, it's like, this is the most sensitive person in America today. You know what? Fuck it. Just do whatever you did. I'm not even going to tell you that I don't like how you made my sandwich or that I don't like, because it's going to turn into, it's just because I'm a trans, and I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. But does that
I don't care.
We don't.
You fucked up my sandwich.
Right. We don't.
Is it because you have a dick or used to have a dick?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. or you want a dick? Like, what is it? I don't know. But how many people? I guess what I'm asking you is, what percentage of people do you think in circumstances like that look at the situation and go, you know what? I don't want to be looked at as racist or deemed as racist because of some shit. Fuck it. I'm just going to accept the situation and not say anything.
I think it's an uncomfortable number, just because they don't want to be perceived.
Right. 100%. But what do you think that number is?
I don't know.
I would say it's somewhere between 60 to 80%.
I would venture something that high. Yeah.
I would say 8. I would say 8 out of 9, 8 to 9, 8 or 9 out of 10 people in that circumstance would just go, I don't want to talk. You know, it's whatever. Sit there. I don't care, because you're gonna turn it into some racial shit, and I don't want it to go there.
Yeah.
But that's like I feel sorry for them. I feel bad that they got to do that. And part of what drives my comedy, especially today, the stuff that I'm doing right now, is based on this shit. It's like, look, I don't care what you are. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Papas, nada, zilch. Don't care. But if you did something that bothers me, or I want to go, did you just touch that and touch my sandwich? No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. It's like the other day, some dude made me a sandwich. He was a black guy, and we were in the middle of New Mexico, and he put on gloves, made another sandwich, went, grabbed the money, did the whole thing, and then was going to make my sandwich. And I go, Bo, what are you doing? And he goes, I got gloves on. Yeah, but you touched all that crap with the gloves on, and now it doesn't, like, I don't care about the gloves. I just want to know that whatever you're touching my things are, my sandwich with, is clean. That's all I care about. So you can take off the gloves and make the sandwich
with your bare hands.
I don't care. Just don't rub the money and then rub that. That's it. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And for a second, bro, I was going to go, just let him do it. He's black. I don't want to come off as... But I was like, no. I'm not being a dick here. He hasn't done anything yet.
This isn't a black issue.
No, it isn't. This is my sandwich issue. And I went, ho. And he went, oh, shit, I forgot. My bad. And he took them off. And I go, no. You can make it with your regular hands. I don't care about that. Just as long as, you have a towel and you wipe it off after you drink the money, I'm cool with that. I'm not like germophobic like that. You know, Carlos Garcia, not Howie Mandel. We're okay with this. We're okay. Some people are like that. That's their thing. I'm not. But I feel bad for the people that have to suck it up, like at work. I mean, I talk about this on stage. You and I will tell jokes, and then people go to work, and people are like, what did you hear? And they're like, we can't tell you. Like, in a country that has freedom of speech, why? Because that person over there might be that person. Everybody's waiting to just be offended, to take it to that place. Is it because I'm LGBTQ? Is it 'cause I didn't even know you had a dick or didn't have a dick or whatever. No idea. Thought you were born a dude. Who cares? Don't give a shit. This is about my food. This is about my sandwich. This is about your service. This is about everything other than what you thought it was about. When are we going to be able... I mean, I feel like we're kind of getting to that place.
I think more people are like us. It's not a big deal. So many things are not a big deal, so we just stay quiet about it. Yeah. I think more people are like us.
I believe that, too. I believe that most people are like you and me. They go into these situations and they try to be nice, and, I think they complain sometimes. I think most of the time they don't. Most of the time I don't. I don't usually complain about stuff, whatever it is, and if it's not a big deal, who cares?
It's wasted breath. It's waste of time. It's a waste of life.
Yeah, and to live a life where you think that an entire race of people is against you, fuck, that must be exhausting.
Yeah, right.
Could you imagine like having that thought process on a daily basis? I mean, just think about all the white people that we encounter on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, like, and to really presume or having this assumption that they're all against you, that they're plotting for you, that they're,
What a horrible way to live.
What a fucked up way to live. Ugh. You know what? I guess that's the button on this episode. You want to live with that weight of ugh on top of you? Go ahead. we're free of that. We're free of that weight. We're free of that thought. We're free of that. And our truth is, the majority of people that have tried to ruin my career, right, that have tried to make sure that nobody comes to see me perform, outside of Joe Rogan, right, outside of him, he's a white guy, but with him, I don't think it was ever about race. I think for some people what happened to me was about race.
I think there was an assumption.
I think that, some people looked at it and went, oh, surprise, a beaner steals shit. That, I think that. But outside of that one very specific episode, the majority of people that have tried to fuck with my career, Latinos. That they went on and said something bad, that they said something cruel, that they said something shitty, that they told a club owner or a promoter this. Vast majority are people.
Yeah.
That's our truth.
Nobody disappoints me more than my own people. But I also hold my people to a higher standard. That's just what I do.
But that's what we do because we're representing on the other end, right? That's why I gave that woman a huge tip. It wasn't because I wanted her to take care of Carlos Mencia for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
It's so that the next time a non-Carlos Mencia walks in there,
I'll take that table.
yes, that she's going to want to because she had a good experience. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
That was for every single Latino that's going to come to that place after me. That's why, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, today it's different. We're seen everywhere. We exist everywhere. We're in every corner of this country. 25 years ago, 30 years ago, we were not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was some of the first Latinos that they ever saw speak or got to hang out with. My experience with them was the first one. So I tried to overly go.
Yeah.
To go over on the niceness and the kindness and the intellect and the whole thing so that they would look at the next one. I'm going to kill. I'm going to get a standing ovation. For me, sure. But I know for a fact that Pablo Francisco was taken to the Stardom Comedy Club in Hoover, Alabama, because I sold tickets and I got laughs. And then they went, well, maybe let's try another one.
Yeah.
And then it worked.
It's not a black and brown thing. It's all a green thing.
It usually
Did
is.
I make money?
It's usually.
Am I the club owner? Did I make money?
And yeah, but we see it that way. I know that we're right, but there are parts of me sometimes that just go, man, I hope I'm not missing, some racial shit that it just doesn't feel like it. And I'm glad that you and I are on the same page about it. It just felt like, am I not seeing it? Am I so the opposite of the people that are looking for it?
Yeah.
That I just am oblivious to it? And I'm that guy that young people are like, bro, you don't see this? I just wanted to make sure. This episode was about me making sure we're not that guy.
We're good.
We're good. So we are good. And until next time, between the laughs, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Carlos Mencia. This is Gabe Lopez. Hope you're living your best life. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living.
See ya.
Peace.